It's very primitive in a sense that he wants to capture that raw emotion. When we first started pre-production with our first album in the studio, we were in, we were in some crappy little rehearsal lockout studio at Costa Mesa somewhere. And we were doing pre-productions and we were doing some writing too, because I think we only had like 7 or 8 songs at that point. We needed a full album. And I was like, yeah, man, we're going to get a record deal and get a bunch of new equipment. And he wanted old equipment. And I was like, wait a minute, I want new shit. Why do you want all this old shit? And so when he started to, we were young, we didn't quite, our first experience of going into a recording studio was like, at that time, we'd been in did a couple demos with our equipment that we had, and we're like, man, can't wait to really record the record so I could get a new amp and a new this and a new that. But he was hearing, that's what the beautiful thing about Korn was. It was so just what we could afford, and making those instruments and the equipment do something and push it to its limits with whatever we had. And so when we got in the studio, I'm like, I want a new amp. And he's like, no, this old amp, this old Marshall, this old speaker cabinet, this old 412 cabinet. I'm like, what? It was like kind of your dad telling you, you can't buy that. But he was very much that sort of mentor for us for a lot of things in back in the day, back in when we first started. And not only just capturing that sound, because a lot of his methods, if anybody knows him or has ever worked with him, is very primitive in a sense that he wants to capture that raw emotion, whether it's coming out of a speaker, out of the singer's voice, out of your hands, whatever it is. He just wants it to be as true and authentic as possible. He wants to capture that on the record, and that goes for every member of whatever band he's working with. He pays such close detail to capturing that out of every musician, and he's good at it. He's really good at it. So there was a lot of trust there, going into the situation. He helped us, we did our demo with him. He helped us get our record deal. So there was a lot of respect and trust with what he was trying to accomplish. So a lot of things were like, okay, it's not my favorite sound, but if you say it sounds unique and cool, we trust you. So there was a lot of that, just kind of letting go, because we've held the sound and what we do, and each one of us so tightly for so long, and it was kind of like letting go a little bit to that control and letting someone else in that we trusted. So yeah, that was part of just evolving and trusting him with microphone selections and placements and whatever. We did not have any idea what any of that was at the time. So yeah, it was fun. He's a madman. Love that guy.